The Vietnam War, a conflict etched in the annals of history. Today, let's dive into 7 shocking facts you probably didn't know about the Vietnam War. The United States, with its unparalleled military might, never officially declared victory in Vietnam. In 1973, after years of fighting, the U.S. signed the Paris Peace Accords, marking its withdrawal from Vietnam. By 1975, Saigon fell to the advancing forces of the North. The frantic evacuation of American personnel and Vietnamese allies from the U.S. Embassy remains a haunting reminder of the war's chaotic end. Many view Vietnam as the war that the U.S. lost without officially admitting it, challenging the notion of American exceptionalism. More bombs were dropped on Vietnam than during the entirety of World War II. The U.S. unleashed over 7 million tons of explosives on Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. Entire landscapes were reshaped, villages obliterated, and generations left to grapple with the consequences. Despite the immense damage, the bombing campaign failed to break the Vietnamese spirit. The Vietnam War was fought on 2 fronts: the battlefields of Southeast Asia and the internal struggles of American soldiers. Drug use, particularly heroin and marijuana, became rampant among U.S. troops. Nearly half of all U.S. soldiers used illicit drugs during their deployment. This epidemic of drug use had a profound impact on the war effort, leading to decreased morale and disciplinary problems. The invisible wounds of addiction followed many veterans home, contributing to social problems and leaving lasting scars. The United States sprayed millions of gallons of herbicides, most notoriously Agent Orange, over the dense jungles of Vietnam. Agent Orange, named for the color of the barrels it was stored in, unleashed a silent and insidious enemy dioxin. Dioxin seeped into the soil, the water, the very fabric of life in Vietnam. Rates of cancer, birth defects, and other serious health problems skyrocketed in the areas affected by Agent Orange. The legacy of Agent Orange serves as a stark reminder of the unintended consequences of war. The Vietnam War was a proxy war, a battleground where the Cold War rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union played out. The Soviet Union and China provided substantial military and economic aid to North Vietnam. This aid enabled the North Vietnamese Army and the Viet Cong to sustain their fight. The involvement of these global superpowers transformed the Vietnam War into a high-stakes geopolitical chess match. For the Vietnamese people, their struggle for independence became entangled in a larger web of international politics. The Vietnam War ignited a firestorm of protest and dissent in American society. Anti-war protests erupted across the United States, transforming college campuses and city streets into arenas of passionate debate. The Vietnam War was the first televised war, bringing the brutal realities of combat into American living rooms. The images of wounded soldiers and burning villages fueled the anti-war movement and eroded support for the war effort. The war divided families, communities, and the nation itself, sparking a national conversation about war and peace. The Vietnamese victory was a triumph of the human spirit, a testament to their unwavering determination. They understood their terrain and employed guerrilla tactics, frustrating the American forces. Their greatest weapon was their unwavering resolve, fighting for their homeland and way of life. Some U.S. soldiers admitted that the Vietnamese had won their minds before they won the war. This speaks volumes about the psychological dimension of the conflict. The Vietnam War was a watershed moment in world history, leaving an indelible mark on the United States, Vietnam, and the global landscape. These 7 shocking facts offer a glimpse into the complexities of this war and its enduring legacy. It's a story of courage, sacrifice, and the enduring power of the human spirit. Which of these surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't miss the next story here on Rukezo.